Principal of the college, Dr. Kitosya Bupper.
Respected Chairperson, distinguished guests and participants, and my dear students. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is an honor for Kohima College Kohima to be hosting this international conference in collaboration with. Today we have a galaxy of academia, intellectuals, all the paper presenters, chairs, reporters, for accepting our humble invitation and request to be part of this August gathering. I also warmly welcome all the people. Respected Principal Dr. Vitsozi, heads of the different departments.
It was asserted in the early days of our independence and the establishment of the Central Sahitya Academy that Indian literature was one through, though written in many geographical margin and literary periphery. A binary was and is established in which mainland Indian literature. I felt the need to create written poetry. How it becomes a part of the quest to make
The conference possible. My sincere thanks to the college choir for the beautiful song so beautifully sang. May God bless you all. I would also like to express my heart.
They cannot be considered as distinctly traditional as a society, they can be seen as attempts to accommodate new sects and symbols. These efforts also suggest that while globalization
have decided to do the civic history model appreciation, which is supposed to be on 24th, according to the scheme of a few days. However, the 24th of December, the eve of Christmas, is the Christmas celebration. So what the Kohima people do is they appear to be in the light of clear-cut solution, where the days of Jannah were categorized into what a Christian should follow and not
by the way, the sub-theme for this session is literary narratives. I'm curious to find out in what way all these papers are literary narratives.
pillars similarly speaks of the bodies of blacks in America being rendered undecipherable by the American grammar code that sought to rank people and races onto a universally racially biased in the fact that language systems are susceptible to ideological and epistemological shifts. The question is, how then do we see these complexities play out in the terrain as socio-politically and economically featured as one is? M. Asaduddin, who's supposed to be here, offers one keyword, translation. My paper suggests an exploration to asking alternative ways of seeing, specifically to social-cultural landscape.
And violence are closely linked in the case of Nagaland. Here, militarization refers to the involvement of armed forces in the socio-political landscape with a focus on its implications on Nagaland, and violence is associated with militarization as it stems from the action.
It's very enlightening. To me, when I was listening to the case studies, three of them. Since this is part of your thesis, I'm not very sure what happens after this. But just going by the perspective of this presentation, I feel to me it's a very rich raw material in itself. So much of things that thank you. Go beyond that. Thanks so much. Thank you.
So literature, according to Tanina, opens a window for such traumatic experiences because it teaches readers to listen to what can be told only through
children identification of the phenomenon of post-traumatic stress disorder. When it comes to war victims, and we call them sheer shock syndromes and all that, which we study in literature, and also awareness of the psychic scars that are inflicted.
Matrilineal. I take my title from my mother. I am influenced by the culture that I belong to, the society around me, my faith, the occupation education, which eventually will have an influence on my identity, and of course, politics. Nowadays, politics is everywhere. There is no institution that is devoid of politics. There is no institution can say that we are apolitical. Being a student of political science, I have to propagate that.
As such, unemployment is a pressing national concern. However, as shall be brought out in the current presentation, it is an even more bigger problem in Ireland. On unemployment in Ireland vis-à-vis all India, the magnitude of the state concern in relation to the state. Across the years considered in the study, expressly from 2017 to 2021, far from declining, the absolute as well as comparative unemployment rates in rural as well as urban spaces pertaining to the state vis-à-vis all India as well as northeastern states exhibits a cause of worry.
That it is beyond the individual aspect, that there are larger aspects as well. Like observation is not simply an it was the need for infrastructure building projects that really induced the state to begin conservation aggressively. So the main one is railway, because when the
style, which strongly hinges on the art of storytelling that is rooted in oral culture. The works of both Demsala Ao and Eastern Kire demonstrate how the elements of the oral tradition can be utilized to create works with distinct.
And it has also become apparent that a younger generation of Naga writers, currently labeled as the ceasefire generation, they demonstrate either a desire to forget or to display a new set of memories that seemingly
suspended things to process at home and really ignited a lot of things that we ought to be doing. So thank you so much. And yes, I won't take much time. I just want to go a little sort of like a backstory to how this has begun, this whole journey and the combination that we are in here today. So it's almost the other side of the story, what they had just recounted to all of us. So it's actually in the year, last year, 2022, when the executive team had a meeting. One of the pressing things that all of us had was, we must do something to reach out. And one of the reaching out was, like to reach out, not within Delhi, but out of Delhi. And it's not in a patronizing sense, I hope you don't misunderstand us that way. But then we felt that, a lot of things are happening back home. And
Pushya Mungchang, Barnik, Mr. Barnik, Raja Lamai, Kang Sing Lam, Nikon, Avi Holi. I also want to call upon to Penyo. I'm just saying the first. Side of the organizing committee, we would just like to give certificates of appreciation to our eligible. And as I call the community. Thank you, Elvina, for your generous, kind words for and congratulations to all fellow presenters.
For a long time, but I think thank you is good. And to be happy, we are to thank more, isn't it? So I will take some more time thanking. I'll try to do my best. Respected Chairperson, Madam Ayan, our respected Principal, Dr. Vitochie Robert, esteemed valedictory speaker, Dr. Kevin Sakre, conference reporter, Dr. P. Senior, presenter of certificates, Ms. Alvina,